Welcome to the VIP section.
J baby y'all. 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 The vibes. Make sure you go like and subscribe to the channel if you like what's going on. If you like all the hip hop and the sports news, and you like everything that Shay Baby's bringing to the table, make sure you like and subscribe. You already know the vibes. Shay Baby. What's good? Good morning, y'all. Good morning. We are back. We got a good show today. Yeah. We got a good one today, y'all. That's a fact. We're going to talk a lot of smoke. Shay Baby. That's a fact. Sound and everything is good. Just had to check the sound. We are up. We are lit. You know, another morning. Like we said, these guys are it's always going to be some good news early in the morning. I see people pulling up, jumping them comments. Let me know you are alive. Yeah, Shay Baby. Let me know you are alive. I will shout you out early. That's a fact. Give you a quick shout out. Let you know people at work that you rock with your man Shay Baby. Shay Baby. Yeah. That's a fact. So who in the building, man? What's good? I see y'all up in there. Hit them like buttons too. Like and subscribe. We don't say that enough, but it's only right. If you ain't spending no money, you broke ass. Hey, Michelle. Michelle, you are far from Michelle. You got the bag. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Baby. None of them comments is never towards you. You family. You show love from the beginning. Yeah. You always gotta like a female get into the bag and the one that say, you know what, I don't need nobody for nothing. That's why her relationship is going somewhere. Cause her husband knows she could do it on her own. Shay Baby. So why not keep her baddie? That's a fact. Shout out to Michelle. Yeah. She's in the building early. Alright, so that's a fact. We got a lot going on this morning. You know, we're going to talk about this top 50 NYC rappers. Jadakiss is upset. Let's get some kids back in there.
What it is, baby. Kiss. Shout out to Shay Baby TV, the hottest shit on the internet. Giving flowers, showing love, no hate, no sucky shit.
Yes, so we're going to talk about that hip-hop top 50 list. My man Kiss. They jerked my man Kiss again. They got a lot of nerve. Pastor Semper. That's crazy. He said he like leftover zesty farts up in here. That's crazy, Pastor. Yeah, baby. Pastor, we have nothing against the zesty people. Let's start from there. We have nothing against the zesty people, but we're not going to talk that zest up in here this morning. We not. That's not what we're going to do. All right, we're going to talk some Chrisean rock. It seemed like she was trying to give Blueface a chance, but she's feeling like Blueface is, taking her kindness for weakness. She said the nigga had to pawn all his jewelry. She was ready to get it out the pawn shop. We're going to talk about that this morning. We definitely going to talk about your man Diddy this morning. He got some things going on. We're going to listen to a couple of Gene Deal situations. Sharice Brewster, what's good? Lakeisha Williams, what's popping? I see the ladies up in here. The ladies are in the building always. All right, so we're going to talk this Diddy smoke, of course. And we got to get to what's going on with your man R. Kells. So we're going to get to that. Let's get to that. We got a lot to get to. All right, so ladies, if you're pissing your man off, hey, Patricia, how you doing? I was thinking about you this morning, Patricia, I ain't going to lie. I don't know if I saw you on Monday, but I think you was in the building. What's up, boo-boo? Email box said that's not my man's. Ha! All right, so ladies, if you're pissing your man off at home, you could be replaced. They say niggas is investing in these AI females. Check this out. That's wild. One more time. What is that? I mean, look, I need a real soul. I need, I don't know if I can touch a robot all day. I can't replace them. You know what? That goes for dudes who's washed up. If you get ladies, you don't want no AI. You just replace it and go get another human. An AI female at home, nasty. I'm not with it. She's aggressive, right? Look. And she looked at the camera. Okay, look. Give me an aggressive one, too. If I had to go AI, I need aggressive, too. Patricia, you know men like you aggressive. We love the aggressive female. Gotta be aggressive. Do your thing, mama. Yes. Be aggressive as you can. Men love it. Push my ass on the bed. Pause. Men want you to rip their clothes off. That's a fact, Duggan. Men want you to rip their clothes off. Oh, which reminds me. I decided I'm bored at night. So once a week, I think I'm going to do it on Mondays. We're going to talk this sex talk late night on YouTube, maybe like 10 o'clock at night. I was talking to Niche. Niche. I was talking to Niche, and she said, yeah, there's some freaks up in there. I said, yeah, you're right. Because when we was talking that sex talk on Rumble, we had it rocking. So it's time to step it up a little bit. I got some time at night once a week. We're going to talk that sex talk. We're going to talk positions. We're going to talk what the ladies like. We're going to talk all the stuff ladies want in the bedroom. Get some of these TikTok females out there too. Because them TikTok ladies, they talk a lot. Especially when it comes to that sex. So we're going to get into that. Yeah, Pastor Semper said, of course, who likes a weak woman? Nobody. Of course not, man. You want a woman to throw you on that bed, rip that wife beater right off you, Cassie style. Just know Diddy's in the room saying, let me see that D. Because if a dude walk in the room and he say that, I become Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee. I get up like, wow, I gotta fight. Butt naked too. I'm not even putting my clothes on. I'm straight kicking you in the face. I'm getting up out of there. Which reminds me, that was wild. When that new dude that came on the other day, You know, he say, Diddy, I think I have it. He said Diddy asked him, I think this is it. You know what I mean? He paid niggas money to be zesty, and niggas just took the money and now trying to go for all the money. This is what it is. And this is bottom line. Once all these people saw Cassie get the 30 million, they all was like, I can make money off this?
Shay baby.
I can get paid? Oh, let me tell my story. Because these guys are all getting interviews. The Punisher. The Punisher's like a celeb now. The Punisher, I see him with shades on. The Punisher's a changed man. The Punisher went and leased him a little Bentley now, walking red carpets, all of that. Just for jerking off on Diddy, he's now a celebrity. Nasty work. Nasty work. That's the fuck. Nigga said jerking off on Diddy made him famous. That's crazy, fam. That's wow. All right, we're going to get into a little bit of this stuff before we get into the Jim Jones. He's now a lifeguard.
Lifeguard on duty. Before I got this chain, they said I had to take certification classes to become a lifeguard because it's way too much water to be running around here. You might drown yourself. So, this is my lifeguard uniform that I have on tonight. You heard? If I wasn't you, I wouldn't play on my beach because you might get dunked in the water.
Fire! Fire! So Jim Jones had that lifeguard shirt on. He might can save y'all if you go to the beach. You never know. All right, man. Let's get right into the smoke. Yeah. We can't wait. The people are coming in. It's the morning. I know y'all want to get right to it. All right. Let's start with the rapper top 50 list ever in New York City. This is the list right here. Let me see if I can move it over some so y'all can see the whole list. Is that good? I think that's good. Okay, so number one, of course, from all the gatekeepers, they got Jay-Z. We talked about this before. Why is Jay-Z always number one? Is it because he's running the industry right now? Complex is scared to go against him? Complex, you guys are riding Jay-Z. You guys are riding Jay-Z. Yeah. They got Ice Spice on the list. We're going to get into this. Michelle's going to be a goodie today. All right. Number 2, they got Biggie. Number 3, they got Nas. Number 4, they got Rakim. 5, LL Cool J. 6, 50. 7, Nicki Minaj. 8, Busta. 10, KRS-One. 11, Prodigy. 12, Lil' Kim. 13, Ghostface. MF Doom. They always have this guy on the list. This guy should not be number 14. Look where they got my man Jadakiss, man. Straight disrespectful. Number 16. And then they got Styles P, number 46. Fabulous and Fat Joe, 31, 32. Cool G Rap, number 30. Big L, number 29. Mace, 28. Pop Smoke, 27. Raekwon, 26. Oh yeah, we gonna get into this list. Anybody can write a list. That's right, Simba. That's right. But this is the thing. Who's the person writing this list? Who's writing this list? These lists be trash every single time, fam. I never saw a good list yet. All right, check out what Jadakiss said.
Complex pulls out of 50 MCs in New York City, but Jadakiss ain't on the top 5, dead or alive. They got LL there.
Complex no, the list no. You know what I mean? We ain't touch the oven. You know the oven is hot.
All right. Kid said the oven is hot. If you ain't never touched the oven, you know the oven is hot. All right. Yeah. Let's get into this. Okay, let's go. Let's pull the list back up for a second. All right. See, this is the thing about this list. The list could be right. It's just the order is wrong, and I could take Ice Spice off there. Ice Spice has no business on this list. No business. Now, if we're gonna put a girl from New York City on this list, I forgot the Lola B. Lola B. Okay, Lola B. I could replace Ice. If we're going to put a YG on this list, a young girl on this list, we got to put Lola B on here before Ice Spice. Lola B has been, holding it down for the streets. She's a little midget, little 4'5" little cutie, but she's spitting bars. She's definitely better than Ice Spice.
Yeah, shake baby.
I haven't really seen nothing from Ice Spice but twerking, losing weight, getting the weight back, I don't know if she had a BBL, but that's all I've seen from Ice Spice. The Munch song, trash to me. But I guess it gave y'all ladies a little inspiration and a little power y'all felt like, because when that song was out, y'all ladies had niggas going down all day. Get your ass downtown when the Munch was out. So I give her that. She got a lot of y'all chicks' coochies ate that summer. You know what I mean? That's it. Other than chicks getting their coochies eaten, there's nothing for her. Should be on the top 50 list talking about a nigga munching. I think they did have MC Lyte top 15. Let me see. I don't even know if they got MC Lyte is number 38. MC Lyte should be on the list. Of course. MC Lyte should definitely be on the list. Let me see if they got what's her name on there? I see they got Cardi B up there. Because I didn't see her name. Why don't they have Queen Latifah up there? Do y'all see that? Queen Latifah should be on this list. That's nasty work. Where the hell is Queen Latifah at? UNITY. Give me UNITY way over some Ice Spice garbage. Where the hell is UNITY at? No UNITY? Let me look at that list again. They gotta have Queen Latifah up there, man. There's no way. There's no way. Can somebody tell me, please, also, who is MF Doom? Who is MF Doom? And where is the queen at, right? I don't see Queen Latifah on there. That's nasty. No Queen Latifah, fam. You got Foxy Brown up there before Queen Latifah, even though Fox Boogie is nice. Shout out to Fox Boogie. But Queen Latifah is definitely more of a GOAT and an icon than Fox Boogie. Definitely more than Ice Spice. This is a industry list, y'all. Okay, this is why they gotta put Ice Spice on the list. She is currently still active. She's on the major labels. The major labels is paying to keep a lot of these guys on this list. Now, another person I didn't see on this list, A Boogie. I don't know who made this list, Knight Rider. It's crazy. Queen from Jersey, of course. How you not gonna have a queen on there? Nicki Minaj does not write real bars. I know, man. I can't put none of these girls on there in front of Queen Latifah. Real talk. The queen from Jersey. Well, the queen is from Jersey. That is true. That's probably why she's not on this list. I didn't think about that, my boy. Because Redman would be on this list too. Let me see if Redman's on this list. Let me see if Redman is on this list. Now, if we see anybody else from Jersey on this list, then we know it's fake. Let me see. Nah, you're right. There's no Jersey people on there. Shout out to that dude, Stephen Tereso. He knows real hip-hop. That is a fact. They get a pass for that. I'm a guy that always admits when he's wrong. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. When I'm right, I'm right. But when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So I am wrong right here. She is from New Jersey. So that is Elvis P. What's poppin'? Hey, you know what, bro? I used to get mad back in the days when they called me Shea Butter. Right? As a kid. But all this damn baby oil out here, I take Shea Butter these days. Cause niggas don't want shea butter no more. Niggas want baby oil.
Shea baby.
More oil. More oil. And the Venmo's at the bottom. Like Ahmad says, donate to that more oil fund. And the what's it called is open too. I forgot what they call it. YouTube's way you can pay on there too. All of that. I don't really ask for money because I'm not a guy, like Jadakiss says, I'm not a person that's outside like a wildlife. I need a bear sign. But this is YouTube. Y'all know what's up. This is YouTube. Y'all know what's up. So if you can't spend no money, because it's Wednesday, you ain't till Friday, at least hit the like button. At least hit the like button. Don Coop, what it is? Shout out to my man Don Coop in the building. 100% families pouring in. Brother Lewis, what's good over there on Facebook? That's the fact. All right, so if you're over there on Facebook too, if you want to see the comments, where it's a lot more going on.
What it is, baby.
On Facebook, a lot of people are in and out on Facebook. The numbers is up on Facebook too. But you want to come on YouTube because that's where the comments and everything is flowing at a lot. That's a fact. All right, so back to the list, man. You know what I would like for them to do? I would like for these people to start going live and making a list so we can see the person who makes this list. Because people need to tell him, you are wrong about this list. That's a fact, brother. You know, the people that make these lists, I feel like they're nerds. I feel like they're like people who go to college to study hip hop. You know, they read books on, who's the greatest hip hop artist of all time. Smash them like buttons, y'all. That's a fact. If you can't spend no money, smash the like. That's a fact. I wish I could kick people out who I can see that don't smash the like. Because it's just not right. Smash the like. It costs you nothing. That's a fact. All right. I wish I could see the person that is, who's the one that is making these lists. I know this is a nerd goofy that went to NYU. I don't know if he's zesty, but I know he's a goofy that when he goes home, he's like, when he get 9 to 5, he's in the office. Yo, bro. But as soon as he get in his car, it's baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. You feel me? They don't even listen to hip hop. They got the Guido haircuts with the gel in it. They in there with the chains on. Y'all see them on YouTube and on the gram. All these fake, the Jersey Shore looking like guys that work in the offices. Or the black dudes who got glasses on. Nothing wrong with niggas that wear glasses, but, they got glasses on. They go in there, they wear shirt and tie with sneakers. They try to look professional. Fake hip-hop professions. You fake hip-hop professionals. You fake hip-hop professionals. That's what the word is. Bunch of fake hip-hop professionals. And they get in there. Yo, bro, it's time for the Complex Top 50 list. Let's do this. So they sit down, they start making the list. Then they jump on Chat GPT. Chat GPT, tell me, is Jadakiss, what number is Jadakiss? And Chat GPT goes, Jadakiss is number 16. Because Jadakiss is such and such and okay, we putting them number 16. They Chat GPT this list. These niggas Chat GPT this list. There's no way a real guy that listens to hip hop. See me, I'll keep it real with you. I don't have no shame to lie. I'm in my early 40s. You know what that means? I've watched hip hop change in so many different generations. Them niggas need to be paying niggas like me to make this list. Not no nigga that's 24 years old who don't even know who Method Man and them are. He don't really know who Jadakiss is. So he's listening to Jadakiss because he's still relevant. And he's like, yeah, he's okay. he's okay. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to say Jadakiss is top 5. You know what I mean? Because everybody got their own 5 list. Because let's keep it real. You got Tupac. You got Tupac. You got Biggie. You got Nas. You got Jay-Z, right? There's only room for one more guy. So everybody has their own top 5 list. Me, Kiss is in that top 5.
What it is, baby. Kiss, shout out to Shade Baby TV, the hottest shit on the internet. Giving flowers, showing love, no hate, no sucky shit.
Now me, that's not because he's my dude. We do business together with kids, pause. We got, give me drops. I go to the hood, smoke a blunt with them, hang on the block with them and they family. No, just because the years of straight heat make you gotta be top 10. You gotta be top 10 with the years of heat. Can anybody tell me a whack Jadakiss line?
Shit, baby.
Can anybody tell me a whack Jadakiss line? Please. I'll wait. Like my man Zip to the Drip and all the guys saying, let's get to that. Let's get to that. I don't know if he's top 5. I like the line though. Top 5 dead or alive. Aha! But the facts is, Kiss is top 10 for sure.
Shit, baby.
Don Coop says Jadakiss has no lane bars. Not one. Not one. But that's what I mean. How can we throw a nigga in the top 20? They got him in the top 20. They got him in the top 20. They taking these Diddy pills. The niggas at Complex is taking these Diddy Obama ecstasy pills. That's what they on. They on the Obamas over there at Complex. Complex is on the Obamas. Complex is on the Obamas. Come on, fam. Lauren Wilson over there on Facebook. She says, so true. I am 55 and I get pissed when I see these unbalanced results. Hold on, mama. I'm reading you. From the 3rd generation. Platform, yes. This gets the smirk off my face. Shout out to Lawrence Wilson over there on Facebook. That's a fact. Yeah. My fault, Lawrence. I thought you was a female. I couldn't see it too well. Shout out to Lawrence Wilson. Yes, but Lawrence is right though, fam. If y'all could tell me a whack Kiss verse, this goes back to even the first time I even heard this nigga. I'm in high school. Nigga, my man walking down there, there's my man Jukes. Shout out to Jukes. He's from Yonkers, but he goes to school in my town. He's walking around with a boombox on his shoulder. That's hip-hop. We should be rating this list. If you wasn't walking around with a radio on your shoulder in the 90s, you can't make these lists.
Shit, baby.
Well, you can make the list, but a nigga like I can't listen to it. A nigga like I can't listen to that. Now, let me go back to the story. My man walking down the street, he's playing the Warlocks. This is like, 90s. Walking into the Warlocks. Me, I'm a ball player, listen to rap here and there. I like rap. Rap music is fire. in the moment, my man, in the moment, we have a debate about hip hop, right? Because we listening to the old Slick Rick record, which is fire. Shout out to Slick Rick. And, I tell him, like, me and my brother go back as far as, watching the Gas Face, watching, what's my name? Special Ed. I got it made. Boom, 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 boom. I got it made. Is Special Ed on this list? Let me go look at that list. Is Special Ed on this list? No special ed on the list, my dude. No special ed on this list. Okay, so this is what I mean. You know, third base. Third base. Third base should be on this. You got Jizza on the list. Let's go back to the list, right? You got Jizza on the list, right? Jizza's fire. You got Old Dirty Bastard on this list. Old Dirty Bastard is not a better artist, I'm sorry, than third base and special ed. These are niggas that created hip hop. They in the game in the beginning. Special ed at the Jerry Curl? Are you crazy? When the feds was watching them in the 90s, boom, 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 boom. They had the old school BMWs. Drug dealers was going up to that song. That's a fact. Black Sheep too. They gotta have Slick Rick on here, man. They gotta have Slick Rick on this list. No Slick Rick, my niggas. They don't got no Slick Rick. This is definitely YN's. You got ASAP Rocky on this list before Slick Rick. I feel like smacking the shit out of the nigga who made this list. I hope he hear me too and see me in them streets. Cause I tell him straight up, you know why you deserve to be smacked, fam? Because you getting paid to do shit like this. You getting paid to do shit like this. And you got regular niggas on YouTube like me, the rest of these niggas who know the game more than y'all, and we get overlooked in the industry. That's why I don't want to be industry niggas' friends. Y'all know how many industry invites I get to go to? There was one the other day, album release party. I don't want to be around industry niggas. The game done changed. I'm media. They need to get around me. Why do I want to be around them? They need to make it their business to get around me. Because I'm media. I'm talking to the people every day. I don't want to be around these industry niggas. You see these plaques back here? You see? I told y'all, I'm in Vibe magazines early in the game record deals. I'm sick of industry niggas. I'm sick of them industry niggas. Yeah. And that's a fact. Now, the labels that I do deal with in the game, I deal directly with, like for instance, Vamp Life. Me and Vamp Life are like this. Me and Vamp Life is like this. Shout out to Jim Jones. I don't deal with Jim Jones' label. I don't even want to talk to them niggas, nor ever go in their office. I deal directly with Jim and Dice. I deal directly with Jim and Dice. I don't want to talk to them dudes in them offices because they don't know nothing. Only thing they know how to do is hit the button, Cash App, or send through the Zelle, or write the check. Why would I talk to a nigga that don't know more than me? He need to talk to me and give me a check. Other than that, I'm not talking to them. I talk directly to the artists who've been in the game 30, 40 years. Shout out to Jim Jones. And this is a big fact. You know what I mean? It's no different than selling the drugs. You know what I mean? The niggas outside in the streets that's on them corners, right? Those are the niggas that's putting in the pain. Those are the niggas you network with every day. So if you go up to a nigga and you can't ask the boss what's going on out on the corner, he might know from word of mouth, but he's not out there. He don't know about the crackhead that every day asking for loans. He don't know about niggas stealing the packs unless you tell him. He's not out there. He's not in the fire. So when you got niggas that's not in the fire making the list, I'm in the fire. I'm in the fire. You know what I mean? I've been through generations of the change of the hip hop. Me and my man in the moment talking about this the other day. We watched the change of the game go up and down. We watched niggas go from shiny suits to the streets. And that's a fact. Just like I had to tell them, you know, fuck Diddy sound up. Diddy was that man with the, I'm coming. Remember all that? Out. Remember all that? Then here comes Swiss Beats. Dun, 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 dun. Jigga changes the game with 3 sounds in his beat.
Shake, baby.
That's a fact. I know this game, fam. So when I see these lists and see guys like my man Jadakiss, you know, those niggas know what's up, man. They know what's up. I done seen this since I've been doing media for about 2 years now, 2.5 years, right? We done seen over 5 lists. They do one list, maybe 2 lists a year, right? So we done seen a couple of lists come out. Why is Jay-Z number 1 every time? You could pay to play in anything these days. You could pay to play any time these days.
Shake, baby.
And that's just real, man. You know, it's the fact. These niggas is all paying to play, and it's real. That's why I said these industry plans. Well, Jay-Z, you know, he's definitely an industry plant. You know, he runs Def Jam, runs Rock Nation. You know, these are the biggest platforms, you know, that got all the athletes, got all the artists, you know, signed to them. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, like Jadakiss and Fat Joe. I don't know. I think they're on Rock Nation. That's under Jay-Z and them thing. You think Jay-Z's going to put niggas that's under his wing as far as, like, you know, they're on his company, Rock Nation? You think he want to walk in the office and see Jadakiss ranked higher than him? Of course not. Jay-Z people's core complex and tell him, you make sure Jovito's number 1 again.
Shake, baby.
You make sure Jovito's number 1 again. And that's how that works, man. That's how that works. Now, me in my position, the average, you know, let me tell you the niggas that don't talk about these industry niggas, right? These are the niggas that's getting industry checks. So I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, you know, I'm in this game because I like the business. By the way, I love the media. I love what I'm doing way more than the artist part of the game ever. I hate being the artist. You got to deal with too much of them niggas. So I love the media game way better. Let's start from there. But I'm just saying that, you know, when you do media, you start seeing the gatekeeping and the fake stuff. So let me go back to the people that don't talk about them. That's the niggas that's getting paid and getting a check from the labels. So I ask myself, do I want to stay true to the game? That's why I ask y'all, you know, the Venmo's up there. You know, the super chat is up there. Donation towards the platform. We need the people to help the platform grow financially so we don't have to okay it. Yo, if they're paying me, I'm on here with y'all today in the morning, and I'm saying this list is correct. Jadakiss is number 16. Jay-Z is the best rapper in the world.
Shake, baby.
The best rapper in the world. And Mace definitely should be on there. I'm going to tell you, Mace is my favorite artist in the world. I like Mace, honestly. And this is real. I like Mace more than I like Jadakiss. But I like Jadakiss bars the most. I just like what Mace brought to the game. You know what I mean? I just like the whole, you know, just the whole look that he brought to the game. You know, he made it good for guys like me. You know, back then in the 90s, everything was Mobb Deep, Nas, you know, the Locks, DMX, everything. So, you know, everybody was wearing army coats. You know, everybody was like, not saying the artists, I'm saying the fans, the people that were looking like rappers, they were walking around trying to be fake thugs. A lot of them. They would look, you know, with the army coats on, hoodies, chuckers. A lot of niggas was wannabes back in them days. So, me, I always liked the, you know, the Averex looks, you know, the pretty boy look for the ladies, of course. So when Mace came to the table, I said, yes, that's what I like. That's a nigga spitting street shit, but dressing for the ladies. I don't always want to wear an army coat. You know what I mean? I don't want to wear a fatigue outfit like CNN and Tim's and everything. That was the look back then, and the ladies was looking for niggas looking like that. But once Mace came in, them niggas had an old school look. Once Mace came in, all out, Mace, all of them, changed the vibe. You know, Air Force Ones with the straps. You know, Air Force One with the strap hanging. You know. Oh, we got calls early. We got calls early. All right, let's get into it. Hold on, my dude. I'm turning it on now. SBTV Radio, who's speaking? All right. What's good, my dude? What's good, my dude? Let's talk about it.
We talking about Jay-Z. You in one of them everything.
You said you talking about Jay-Z?
You hear me?
Can y'all hear him? Go ahead, my boy.
Everything.
What you say?
Hey, down south, you know what I'm saying? He don't got a credit for it, like for even writing Puff Rhyme. One of Puff albums sold 7 million, wrote by Mace. No credits. You see how Puff stole all the credits for it. So there's a lot of stuff that's been going on in the industry that people don't even get credit for.
No, that's a fact.
I think, like I said, Jay-Z pretty much done bought his way to the top. There's no way. I mean, every list I done seen from down south had Jay-Z at the top.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying, my dude. That's why I'm like, you know, it's impossible for the same person to be number one every single time. Like, why does everybody say Jay-Z's number one? Can you explain that to me?
But they don't already that this guy album sales. That's just like if you looking at if you're number 2 or number 4, your whole career you suddenly not every year that he came out the album. Except for the Blueprint or whatever that was that went diamond, the West Coast 12 million copy album. So, but other than that, DMX wrecked him every year. Every year.
Yo, I'm glad you touched on that. Pause. No, I was saying I'm glad that you spoke about that. Sorry to cut you off, but I'm glad you spoke about that. A lot of these people weren't there or like that's making these lists in the 98s and 99s, 2000s. I was there, and it sounds like you was there too. You're 100% right. When they was on those Hard Knock Life tours and they was on those backstage tours, the guy I seen people was fainting for and the nigga who performed last was DMX. You there, my boy?
Mix.
What'd you say? You broke up.
After DM. What's that?
No, I'm saying your phone is breaking up.
Oh, okay. I'm just inside. Look, let me get somewhere where you can hear me. No, what I'm saying, I was all.
Okay, his service is bad. If he can get some service, call back. I like that guy's talk. He's a good dude too. Good dude. But goddamn, my guy, you gotta fix that Boost Mobile. You got Joe and Jada Boost Mobile. That's a fact. All right, so like I was saying, shout out to him too. Good dude. I love when people call up. That's what we need. So, like I said,
you're ever just having the worst.
He's 100% right. How can you put Jay-Z before DMX when DMX was killing Jay-Z? All right, let's get to the numbers. How many albums did Jay-Z sell? album was that? Hard Knock Life? That was the one when they was on tour, right? How many albums did Hard Knock Life sell? Okay. Hard Knock Life sold 6 million hard copies. Pause. Right? How many albums did DMX Flesh of My Flesh sell? How many albums did DMX first album sell? Now this is fake, my dudes. Jay-Z messing with the numbers. They saying, look, that he sold 5 million copies. He sold way more than that.
Shake, baby.
He sold way more than that. He sold way more than that. DMX, I believe that first one was like 7 or 8. See? They fixing the numbers online. So we can't even check Jay. We got to give Jay-Z a round of applause. I salute you, Jovito. You got the game on smash. So these YNs can't even go to the facts. They got the fake numbers on Google.
Shake, baby.
I was there. DMX outsold him with a landslide. Diesel, tell me if I'm wrong though, Diesel. You said the numbers don't lie, but the numbers is right there saying that Jay-Z outsold them. That's a lie, fam. That's a lie. I know it is. He said it over, oh, Jay-Z. Ha! Yeah.
Shake, baby.
That's what I'm saying. But that's how you know. So, okay, so let's go to the ether. Let's go to the ether for a minute. Nas and Jay-Z. This is how I know Jay-Z controls the game. Usually when a rapper gets bodied, especially from the way he bodied Jay-Z, like, you know, with the whole ether thing, all of that, usually it's the end of a rapper's career. Am I right or wrong? This shit didn't even do nothing to Jovito. Because he got the people like this. They're all wrapped around his fingers, man. They're all wrapped around his fingers. No disrespect, Hov. You know, I like what you're doing, Jay-Z. I like the whole history of, you, Dame Dash, and everything. And which I wanted to talk about that a little bit too before we get into everything. We spent a lot of time on this list, but I knew we was going to do that because I don't like the list. But people on the internet were saying that Jay-Z should pay Dame Dash tax thing and just say, we done with everything. Now I heard, let's get to that. Zip to Drip. Zip to the Drip said he don't think that, another man shouldn't have to pay it. I agree with Zip. Another man should not have to pay another nigga's debt. But when you got $1 billion and a nigga led you to the billion, you're not supposed to. Zip is right. But if you got it, why not, man? You don't got to be his friend no more. Just know deep down inside, Jay-Z, if you didn't have a Dame Dash, you would have never made it, my man. We saw how Dame Dash was talking to Leor Cohen. We saw how Dame Dash was talking to the industry. That man was strong. He got you your bread. He got you what you needed to be in the game, Jay-Z. Pay that man's taxes, man.
Shake, baby.
Yeah. Now Zip is right. Zip is right. Zip said you're not supposed to. I agree with Zip. Because another nigga feel how I should pay another nigga's debt. But when a nigga help you to get to $1 billion, it's kind of karma to say you might need to. You still got your don't think, Jay-Z, you ran from karma. Karma will come later on. Karma comes in bad ways. You might get sick. You know what I mean? Anything. Karma works in mysterious ways. So don't think that because you got $1 billion that you escaped karma. No, karma could catch you in another way. So yeah, I don't, Jay, and Zip made a point too. Because Zip is like, Every time Dame Dash get on the internet, he's killing Jay-Z. Yes, he is. He is. So actualities, he shouldn't do shit for Dame Dash. But Dame Dash was the strong man for that dude, fam. He was a major part, especially with the... Oh, let me get the bottle. Let me get the bottle. Ah! Come on, man. Dame Dash was heavy in the game. Pause. You feel what I'm saying? Thank you, Shay. These talks let me know I'm not Delulu as far as... Oh, Michelle, you are far from Delulu. You are far from Delulu. You know the game. You like me. You seen the change of hip-hop. We seen niggas come. We seen niggas go. We done heard. We're there in real time. When Jay-Z songs is on the radio, don't get me wrong, The Rock was heavy. The Rock was them. Don't get me wrong. But The Rock wasn't bigger than Rough Riders. Rockefeller was not bigger than Rough Riders. Let's do the comparison. They biggest artist, Jay-Z. DMX crushed him. DMX had niggas fainting in the crowd. DMX performed at Woodstock. 1 million people.
Shit, baby.
1 million people. Okay, so let's compare the rosters. Jay-Z versus DMX. Who y'all got? Are we talking about sales? We talking about the feeling? We talking about, like, yeah, Jay-Z had some bars. Yeah, he had the music on. The music was fire. Everything was lovely. But when DMX started preaching and started telling these, telling everything, people were fainting and crying. Hold on, we got another call. Call back. I think that was Fox. Call back, Fox. I'm going to pick it up. Harlem Romeo was good. DMX and Hov, the only ones that had tunnels lit. 100%. So, all right, hold on. I think this is Fox. SBTV Radio, who's speaking?
What up, though, bro?
Y'all know I love when my nigga Fox calls up. Y'all know I love when Fox calls up. Fox, what's good? Let's talk about it.
Hey, DMX definitely got Jay-Z beat, bro. I remember when he came out with the first 2 albums. Damn, when he came out with It's Dark and Hell is Hot, and then he came back behind it with Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. Boy, that nigga sold about 15 million between them 2 albums.
That's what I'm saying. They got him on the internet. That's what I'm saying, Fox. Now, when you Google him and you get on the internet, yo, Lively Cuts, we gonna get back to that. Remind me. The comparison of the Locks verse, the Rough Riders verse Rockefeller. But hold on. Now, they saying on Google that Jay-Z album, when DMX album came out, Jay-Z outsold him.
With what album, man? What album did Jay-Z ever sell 7 to 8 million copies?
That's what I'm saying.
That fucking first album sold like 7 million copies. The nigga came behind that and sold 8 million. The next album, and he did that shit in less than a year. He came out with both of them albums in the...
No, that's a fact, Fox. Listen, I was watching the Irv Gotti... No, that's a fact. But Fox, I was watching when Irv, rest in peace to Irv Gotti. But when I was watching the Irv Gotti special when he passed away, right? I saw Irv say this, that DMX was so hot that Lyor Cohen rushed him to do that second album. Rushed him.
Yeah, but X was hungry though, man. You know, he had been ready. X was hungry.
That's what I'm saying. So
Drop that album.
that's a fact. Now, let's talk about the famous... He was the
Everybody
hottest
think
nigga in the
that shit because
game.
they called it the Hard Knock Life tour, Shay. That's what it is. That shit got people mind confused, man. Jay-Z was not the headliner on that fucking tour, dog. They do his set, and they would turn down the crowd to get quiet. This man to be doing the prayer.
That's
off
what
the
I'm
album.
saying. That's what I'm saying. DMX was different in the game. Like, he had niggas fainting and crying like Michael Jackson.
That's crazy. They put Jay-Z on his level. No, man, what happened was Jay-Z fell into his spot, bro. Jay-Z fell into his spot, man. It was niggas in the game. It's niggas in the game tougher than Jay-Z, man. To me, Kiss colder than Jay-Z.
100% Kiss is way colder than Jay-Z. Yo, Kiss is... So it's safe to say we can say Jadakiss is better than Jay-Z. So you saying it's safe to say that Jadakiss is better than Jay-Z? You there, Fox?
Musically, Jay-Z artist off Rockefeller, man. To me, it's Bleak, dog. And niggas sleeping on, man. Who's sleeping on Bleak? The nigga said that shit on his first album, man. And niggas been sleeping on Bleak.
That's
fact. Why Jay-Z always kept him up under him. Because he knew what time it was.
That's a fact. But that's what I mean. That's why I say Rough Riders was better than them. Yo, I'm sorry. Bleak is nice, but I'm taking Drag On over Bleak. Why? Drag On had better records to me.
Ooh, hey, I fuck with Drag, though. Drag, hey, niggas sleeping on Drag. Like, man, yeah, Rough Riders had that roster, though. Rough Riders had a real roster. Like, then they had some hungry-ass niggas. Even when they came with the Young Bulls, damn, on the Volume 3. When they had all them young cats on there, when they first showed niggas who Cassidy was.
That's my whole point. So when I compare Rockefeller to Rough Riders, right? I put State Property because they're a group. We're not going to put Beanie Siegel as a solo artist. We're going to put him with his boys. State Property is not better than the Locks.
No, State PA better than the Locks. Hey, but Young Chris smoking Siegel, though. Hey, hey, Young Chris smoking Siegel, man. Come on. You know that Young Bull smoking seed, man.
But that's my thing. Now, when you talk about the Young Bulls, right, in that time, Cassidy is better than Freeway. You saw what he did to Freeway when they did the freestyle battle in the studio. He destroyed Freeway.
Hey, Cass on another level though, man. Hey, I love to see that battle though, man. Young Chris versus Cassidy. That shit, hey, I think that shit'll go hard in the paint, man.
Now we even talking rosters. We talking about what Rough Riders built opposed to what Rockefeller, Dame Dash, and them built with the labels. I might have to take Swiss. I'm gonna take Swiss Beats over their main producer. I'm not gonna say Kanye. I'm gonna say Just Blaze. Swiss Beats is better than Just Blaze.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Swiss, but you gotta think though, Jay-Z tapped Swiss for a lot of his biggest tracks.
That's a fact. Yo, listen to what. That's a fact. But listen to what Charles just said. We're not even talking about Eve versus Emil. Emil is nowhere on the level of Eve.
Come on, man. Eve wash it. This, hey, man. What did Charles say? Did Charles say Emil wash Eve, man? I know he ain't say that.
That's what I'm saying. No, he's saying that Eve is better than. Bottom line is the Rough Rider roster is better than Rockefeller roster. So with me saying that, from top to bottom. So the reason I'm saying that is people also forget this too. Soon as Jay-Z gets in power, who's the first big artist that sold over 100 million records that get dropped? DMX was never supposed to get dropped from Def Jam. He was supposed to die a Def Jam artist.
That was out of pure jealousy right there, though. That was out of pure jealousy, man.
That's a fact. So, do you think?
Like when Cam came to The Rock, Jay-Z was hating so hard, man. He ain't want all them Harlem niggas up in there. That's what it was. He looked around. There was too many Harlem niggas in the building. Jay-Z was like, this ain't gonna work.
This ain't gonna work. Yo, that goes back to Jay-Z. This goes back to Jay-Z erasing his verse off camera on song. This goes back to the separation of the Rockefeller because Jay-Z was mad, like you said, because the Harlem niggas is in there. This goes back to Jay-Z taking DMX off Def Jam, putting him like number 30 on the list, which is crazy. And then this goes back to even Jay-Z being number one on this list. Jay-Z wants to be number one. That's why he got all these niggas away from him that had a chance to climb up the ladder.
Yeah, and kept him up under him. Like I said, he damn made sure nobody else cutting down. Like I said, man, he fell into his spot. Jay-Z won. Man, come on, dog. If niggas would have really got the shine they deserve, the game, the way people look at rap in the late 90s to early 2000s will be totally different. Because you seen, let's just look at the niggas and see how people hated on them, but they longevity survived the game, dog, because of their artistic ability. Like Luda, dog. Niggas sleep on Luda. They don't get that man the props that he deserves. First of all, the nigga literally got bars. Like,
Facts.
He got bars, bro. He be making all that little party music and shit like that, but when a man decide he want to rap, it ain't too many niggas in the game, bar for bar, that can see Luda.
No, Luda was one of them niggas back them days. He was one of them.
He one of them. Let's just think back to 2000. Let's go back 25 years ago. Some of the niggas might be like, all right, he the nigga with the braids from the Fast and the Furious movies. But nah, it ain't just that. It ain't just that. Because from 2000 to about, 15 to 17, that nigga Luda stayed relevant. He stayed relevant.
No, I feel like Luda was on top of the game.
Where was Jay-Z? Where was Jay-Z then? And that was Def Jam South. Luda was Def Jam South. Jay-Z couldn't do nothing about that shit. The nigga was hotter than fish grease. Only thing he could do is sit in his little president office and let Scarface run this shit down here. Because remember, Scarface was the president of Def Jam South. He the nigga that signed Ludacris.
Facts. That's a fact. That's a fact. I forgot about all that. Scarface was running. Okay, so that's what I mean. Like, you see how Scarface, he comes in the game, he get a good position, he give niggas opportunity. All I've been seeing from Jay-Z is taking away opportunities from people when he got in power.
Exactly, and he never really gave niggas a helping hand. That's what I'm saying. Niggas talk about Drake all they want to, dog. How many records have you seen Drake on with a nigga that you don't know?
Oh,
like who the?
Oh, Drake be put.
Know this nigga? Never heard of this nigga.
No,
Drake got a song with the nigga. That's how I heard of him.
That's a fact.
It's 50 niggas in the game that you can find like that. That Drake done really just throw the alley-oop to their ass. Nobody even know who they is for real except the niggas in their own city.
That's a fact. That is 100% fact, man.
Jay-Z did that. He never did that for nobody in the game. He always had a motive.
Now,
and we time and time again. Look at him erasing his fucking verses off niggas' records and then coming back and releasing that shit. They act like Drake the first nigga that ever did that. No, Jay-Z invented that shit.
That's a fact. And this is what I don't like about this whole, this is why, another reason why, like, it's hard for me to put Jay-Z number one, because I just feel like when you got guys that are still active, right? Jay-Z has not been active lately since he got the bag for me to just, like, his work that he did is good, but it's like his work ain't really, like, I don't recall. It's hard for me going into Car Fox and going back that far with Jay-Z, and that's all you have to live with. Like, he stops probably after like 2010, man. Come on.
And that's what I'm saying about Wayne. Like, you got niggas out here talking about Wayne like, man, Wayne need to stop making music. He done said all he can say and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm going to just keep it real. Nigga, I've been on Wayne since he was 12. I'm talking about pause. Like, nigga was in the BGs. It was just him and BG. Before Juvie, any of them other niggas came to Cash Money, they had them too.
Yo,
So,
Fox, here's a good question for you. Here's a good question for you. Sorry to cut you off, but shout out to the chef in the comments. That's my boy right there. He said, what year was Jay-Z number one then?
I don't recall. That's what I'm saying. I don't recall a year or era when it was like Jay-Z's era. Like, you could say this was his era, because you got to think about it. When he got hot, for real, when he was hot, like dropping Can I Get Her and all of that shit, DMX was that guy.
Facts. Yo, you know it's another thing? Let's go further back a little bit. Let's go back 2 time periods where this makes sense. Jay-Z was really number one. Early in the game. What's my man's name from Harlem again? Sorry, rest in peace. How can I forget his name? My man from Harlem that used to battle Jay-Z all the time. Big L. Big L is on top of Jay-Z at this time.
Man, to me, Pun smashing Jay-Z, dog. To me, Pun smashing Jay-Z. Pun
100%.
just didn't get a chance to really get his run, man. Pun really didn't have a chance to really get his run, man. Everybody look at Fat Joe as the top dog on Terror Squad because he the nigga that's still alive, and he the nigga that ended up getting the records. But think about it for real. Pun really didn't get his chance to shine like he was supposed to.
No, that's a fact.
So if they ain't got that nigga top 5 on that list, they might as well just kill that. Pun, LL, both of them niggas deserve to be top 5 on that New York list. Nas deserve to be top 5 on that list. If they ain't got Kiss in the top 7, they crazy as hell. How the fuck Nicki Minaj gonna be number 7?
But see,
I'm just saying.
I'm glad you said that, Fox. I'm glad you said that. I'm sorry. I might have to, if you're going off the list and you're going off the vibe and you're going off the feeling of who had the streets at that time, don't get me wrong. Jay-Z had the streets. Don't get me wrong. But there's too many niggas in there with him that was also doing a thing for me to say he's number one. I can't say in 98 Jay-Z was that nigga. I can't. Because you got Mace there. Mace is killing Jay-Z at that time.
Man, Mace was hotter than fish grease. Then he was on everything. The nigga was doing R&B records. You know what I'm saying? Writing R&B albums. Like the nigga was hotter than fish grease, man.
And the most important, Fox, that's a fact.
No, he was trailing behind Big, man. Jay-Z was looking up at Big. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's funny that all these niggas be out here really acting like they was really loving Big around the city. And really, a lot of them niggas was envious as hell, dog. And they wanted that spot, man. He was the top. He was the top.
The top. There's nobody.
So a lot of them niggas, man, they celebrated when that man got took up out of here.
That's a fact.
Because they felt like they shot was right there.
That's a fact. Shout out to my man 100 Dre. Yo, and this is, yo, you know who? And y'all gonna probably be like, come on, Shay. But yo, I'm gonna tell you, Ja Rule has the streets more than Jay-Z at one time with those R&B hits that he had.
Man, Ja Rule, I ain't gonna lie though, but niggas sleep on Ja though. That nigga first album was fire. I'm talking about before all the R&B shit and all of that, because when you go back to that Veni Vidi Vici, you ain't about to be hearing all that shit on there, dog. Like, you was not about to be
Facts,
hearing
Chef.
Pain is Love on that shit. You about to hear straight bars on that shit.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. So, Jay-Z, I'm not saying that he's trash, because he's not. He's fire. I'm just saying that the time that he is in the music business, early in the game, coming up to get to the top, he is not number one. That's all I'm saying. So if he's not number one in his prime, how the fuck is he number one on a whole top 50 list every time?
Yeah, it's no way he the top MC in New York. Then I'm gonna say it like this: niggas seem to forget when Tupac first started rapping, that nigga name was MC New York. So is he the top MC from New York for real, or is he at least in the top 5? We know Jay-Z ain't over him.
That's what I mean. This is like, you know,
We know him.
that's a fact. Yo, Fox is at a point. He ain't number one. It's the gatekeepers. They are paying. Jay-Z is making sure they making sure that, Fox, is Jovito and the team. I'm telling you.
Then he got washed in the battles. He got washed in the 50 battle. Niggas seem to forget. He got washed in the 50 battle. That shit that 50 had came out with, that freestyle about be a gentleman or some shit like that when he was spitting on Jay-Z after that nigga came and said, I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 cents?
Facts.
Everybody seem to forget 50 washed his ass. You ain't hear nothing else about it because after 50 dropped that track, Jay-Z didn't say shit else.
Yup. That's 100%. He ain't say nothing else. He ain't say nothing.
What battle have he been in that he won?
Yo, every battle he was in, he caught an L. DMX killed him. Big L killed him. Come on.
So how the fuck is you number one in New York, nigga, when you ain't even, that's what we looking at that. That's on the resume.
I'm going to tell you Jay-Z's number one hater. That Jay-Z got rid of him because he was going to pass Jay-Z. Y'all got to agree with me. Source Money was hotter than Jay-Z in the beginning. You remember Source Money?
Oh, yeah. Sauce was ghostwriting to so many people. Like, Sauce pen was on a whole lot of shit that people don't even recognize.
Shout out to the Tunnel Vision. What's good? No, Source Money was
as a ghostwriter than he was as an artist.
Yo, Source Money, he said, what he said, bought my first rollie for Manny. He was the Source Money Bars was number one on that team at that time.
Oh, yeah,
that don't
on the
think
Reservoir
Source
Dogs.
is shit.
He was
So
on the
many
Reservoir
niggas on my
Dogs.
nuts, I thought I lost my dick. Remember that line?
That was a hard-ass track.
You remember that line? Y'all niggas don't think Source is shit. So many niggas on my nuts, I thought I lost my dick. Remember that?
Yeah, I think that was Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs. Reservoir Dogs. 100%. And on Reservoir Dogs, I kind of want to say Jay-Z got bodied by everybody on there.
Yeah, because I think, hold on, wait a minute, was the Locks on that shit too? One of the Locks on, I think the Locks was on there too.
Of course the Locks are on Reservoir Dogs, bro. Of course.
Man, Jigga, yeah, he ain't never really had an era, because you got to think, Nelly had the back end of the 90s after Jigga was 99 shit. Nelly dropped when he came out with the hot air, then that nigga just took the game off. Shit, really, if you want to know the truth, I ain't finna lie. That nigga right there, him and Ludacris opened the floodgates for the South. After that, everybody was signing Southern artists. Niggas ain't even want to hear no bars. I ain't saying it like that. I'm not saying niggas ain't got bars. Don't get me wrong. Southern MCs, don't get mad. I'm not saying that for real, because I know niggas got bars out here. I'm just saying. They opened the floodgates and they start signing niggas for that gimmick shit.
Yeah. And
Then next thing you know, auto-tune came.
That's a fact. And they said, here go another crazy source line. Shout out to the Tunnel Vision, the Tunnel Radio. He said, this line was crazy too. Hammers fly, I might miss you, but your man's a die. Remember that line? Sauce is crazy.
Yeah, Sauce go hard. Hey, look, then like I said, the nigga really, he put his pen on a whole lot of shit that people don't even know about. But if y'all Google that, man, y'all will see he ghost wrote a whole bunch of y'all favorite songs too.
Hey, yo,
so the man saw
you know
in New York that didn't get the shine they were supposed to get, but part of that is because they thought Jay-Z was gonna get their ass a helping hand. And he really wasn't about to do none of that, man. Like, he really wasn't about to do none of that. He wasn't about to do what Wayne did. Jay-Z could never have a nigga like Drake next to him. He could never have a nigga that sell that many records and is that big of a star and is that big in the game next to him like Wayne did. His ego wouldn't let him deal with that shit.
That's a fact.
Why you think nobody next to him never did that? The only niggas that was next to him that did that is people that did it on their own without him.
That's a fact. Now, this is why another reason, Fox, this is another artist that bodied Jay-Z at this time. Okay, 98. Hear me out for a minute, Fox. Jay-Z saying that he's that nigga, right? With this album that he got out. Let me tell you the niggas that's in Jay-Z's way why he's not number one. You got Mace in his way. Mace is making diss songs about him. You got DMX out in his way. And then you got the most commercial nigga, Nelly, in his way. And then Noriega, the album that he puts out with Super Thug, the what, is killing Jay-Z's album. Nori album is way better than Jay-Z's album.
But see, Nori was more, niggas was kind of sleep on Nori, man. Like, you really had to be a hip-hop head to be, you know what I'm saying, up on him and Capone. Like, niggas weren't really, they weren't really hip to Nori like that yet. Like, the song was hot. The nigga had traction. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, man. Niggas be sleeping on Black Rob, man. Black Rob was a spitter. Niggas wasn't writing his rhymes. Black Rob was writing a whole lot of rhymes for niggas in Bad Boy. He was writing a whole bunch of shit that Puck was spitting. Man, that nigga pen game was crazy.
That's a fact.
That nigga pen game was crazy.
Now tell me, the streets
Damn, I don't even see Rob on top 50. I know I ain't see Ice Spice on that shit, bro. Man, I don't even know, bro. Them niggas at complex.
The streets is on fire when this drops.
Man. You know, like, they don't put no energy in.
You can tell me the streets was definitely on fire.
Being that shit. Every list they drop be trash as hell.
Hold on. Let me get the phone.
Y'all cannot tell me Jay-Z had something harder than this at this time.
Man, I'm disappointed in that nigga Wayne, though, man. This Carter 6 shit is not what's up, dog. This might be...
Jay-Z couldn't do nothing with this.
Man.
Nothing at the time.
Leave Wayne to go.
Nothing. I try to tell you, Jay-Z's not what y'all say he is. He's not what y'all say he is. I'm telling y'all this.
I don't even know. I feel like he just felt like...
That was crazy in the clubs. Yo, Fox. Damn, I think Fox hung up. No, wait, he's there. Fox, you still there? We just played. I just played the Jay-Z the Nori what with Neptunes. There is nothing. I repeat, there's nothing. That song, the Benjamins. I don't see Jay-Z. I don't see this. Okay, the song that put Jay-Z in the clubs is the song with Beanie Siegel. Ain't No Nigga Was Fire with Foxy, but it was creeping up. It was like a turntable hit. His real hit in the clubs was with Beanie Siegel, though. Throw the hands up. That's when Jay-Z started getting in the clubs heavy. You there, Fox? Fox, you there, Fox? All right, Fox got disconnected. Shout out to Fox, man. Fox is one of them that knows the game. He knows hip-hop. He talks that talk. All right? That's enough of Jay-Z for the day. We done with Jay-Z. We did an hour and 20 minutes of Jay-Z. We done with him. We got a couple more things, then we getting out of here. All right, so I wanted to move on to the Chrisean Rock thing. Okay, so Chrisean Rock, I think I'm saying her name right. I guess Blueface gets out of jail. They're getting back together. She talks about the nigga jewelry being pawned. He don't got no money. She's paying all the bills right now. I mean, he was locked up, boo. What you expect? I mean, you know, these niggas spend a lot of money. Boo. You know how it is. But let's listen to her rant right now. Because she goes off on him. I ain't going to hold you. I think this is it. Right here. No. We'll get to that. That's Gene Deal. Do I have her? Here we go. All right, let's listen to her.
All right, so I'm doing this little PSA. I already posted on my story. I already posted on my whoop-de-woo. I'm kind of getting irritated for real because get bullied by the same person. And like, y'all want to keep we already our reputation being together as a couple. I'm saying being a father, all that shit. Not to be up everything, bro. He begged me. Would you post Javon and Journey? Would you post Javon and Journey in Virginia? Yes, I would. Yes. That's disgusting. Why would you do that? Look at the date. It say it was May 20th, the last semester. Okay, look, check this out. That's annoying. Like, okay, boom. I wasn't going to air out that he had to pawn his chains when we was broken up because he trying to play big man, big shot caller like he don't need nobody. Did I F this girl, F this girl? I'm the only person in his corner. What? What do you mean? And it's not just the only person. There's Kim. Kim, leave her out of it. She don't even like drama. Bodine, Bravo, the money team, okay? Pretty much the money team, right? They reaching out to me, try to make sure I'm straight. They like, yeah, what we gotta do, cause what we gotta do. I'm like, look, Blue saying this and this and that. This is when I was saying no to everything, no to every booking, no to every money, no, right? Cool, we break up. All right, cool, you cheating, I'm cheating. All right, I'm not even cheating, I'm with another person. He with another, whatever. All right, cool. I was finna go stream, but they all here waiting for me. I'm hot for real because, man, I didn't even move in all the way. Like, let's keep it there. 2, what do you mean, bro? Like, this the other thing. At first, I didn't have, like, I just didn't communicate with my family back at home, like, what was going on with my family. I isolated myself because it was a toxic situation, bro. The heck? I got a penthouse right in Baltimore. Like, I don't even want to tell you what I have because it's none of y'all business. But I was working on purchasing another home in LA after I did whatever I did in Baltimore. Just got off of probation. He like, come home. Because he already know what is about to go down. Finna move on, have a kid, like, with another guy, bro. Like, I was moving on. I was happily in my little situation. I don't even want to name drop. Y'all know who I was talking to for real, heavy. Okay, cool. He get the peeping how I'm moving. All right, cool. Why y'all got all this animosity? Like, okay, I said one thing. I don't care if you follow your mom or anything. Like, okay, I'm going to the prom. I'm going to take a couple bookings. They checking to see if I'm okay. And I don't want you, like, running on zero again. Like, I'm finna go get your chains. And then it's crazy because he made me make that video. Bro. Like, what the heck? I'm like, I'm finna start streaming. He like, oh, you about to do a Twitcher? You about to, like, just clowning everything I'm finna do. I'm still doing it. Now he's trying to spitefully hurt me. Now he following 5 people. But it's like, it's out of spite. Like I don't know what he on.
Love you,
like,
Greg. That's my
telling
cousin
him,
in there. Greg
God is telling me
Lopez,
this
what's
and this and
poppin'?
this and that. He don't want to listen. But the last time I did listen, and when we broke up, and he didn't have no money to facilitate the bills. So, all right, cool. I'm back in the picture. I'm like, shit, I'm finna go get your chains. I'm finna go do this and this and that. Like, we finna, like, you know, get back together, but I'm finna make it right. Like, all right, I'm back to paying the bills. He like, I don't need the money. I already got the money now in a different location. I said, all right, cool. Well, but like, I don't know what everybody like tripping about, you know? Like, I took off for a whole year and some change because for some reason it didn't work out. He wasn't loyal. I wasn't loyal. I fell off. Boom. You know what I'm saying? We fell off with the relationship shit, whatever. All right, cool. I just don't like how he's trying to put me in a position to go up against certain people when, like, certain people is not here for us. They not protecting us. They not making sure we straight, nothing. Like, that's cool. Like, that's cool. I don't care if you made up with your mother. Just have that under check. Like, make that shit right. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this lady is exploiting our kids, talking about our kids, all for clout, just doing stuff for clout. And it's just too much for me to, like, care that much, you feel me? So I'm telling him, like, the little plan I got going on, like, hey, I'm finna go up. Like, we gonna be straight. I'm finna go get your stuff back. What's up? Da da da. He like, nah, I don't.
All right, so basically, she's saying that nigga fell off. He's pop right now. She got the bag. She was still moving because she didn't go to jail. And she's willing to hold him down, help him get his jewelry back. But it seems like she don't want to have nothing to do with him. So he just got to get the jewelry back and go get him another thotty. Because you know these thotties go crazy for the chains. So she keeps talking about getting the jewelry back. Is that what really matters here? Who cares about that goddamn jewelry? That's the YNs. Even though he had a crazy little Blueface chain with his face on it, he said he had to pawn all the chains. He probably did to get lawyer fees and all of that. You know, it's just crazy. I just don't like this internet talk. This is why I don't want no industry chick. Y'all can have that coochie. I don't want it. I don't care. I don't even want it. I don't want no parts of it. I don't care if I become goddamn Mr. Bean on YouTube, making $100 million a month. I don't want none of this. Do you see Cardi B, Chrisean Rock? There's a lot of these chicks. They get on the internet and start blowing up their relationships. Who want a chick like that? Come on. Shout out to my man Brian for dropping the super chat in there. I see you, my boy. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm saying. Now, you heard what Cardi B said. She said she's paying all the bills for her kids. She's doing all of this. She's doing all of that. Now, women, this is what, honestly, and I need women to hear me out on this because I'm not trying to play y'all. Because I'm all for the women. I love especially black women, you know, all types of races of women. I'm for y'all. Like I said, Diddy hitting Cassie's the only problem I have with it. But what I don't like is that women, y'all have the all apple. Like, okay, so y'all blame it on the men when y'all get pregnant, right? But you know when you ovulating, you know that you could get pregnant. You know all men are the same, right? Now, I'm not saying that. Basically, I'm saying you wanted to have this child, right? So when you have this child, right? If you break up with your man, right? Stop throwing all of that in men's face because you know why? That's the first thing y'all women do because that's what y'all want to do to make a nigga look bad. So when you get with the next nigga, you're like, yeah, he not spending no money. He not doing this. I'm doing all that. Ma, that's your child. You wanted to have this child. That should never come out of your mouth. Never. The nigga decides to be a deadbeat, that's on him. You don't gotta blow him up on the internet, tell the next nigga shit like this, because, you know, even me, like, you know, I've talked to chicks that had kids, and they do that shit, and I tell them, nah, I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to talk about the nigga. I don't want to hear about he's not spending no money. You know, that's your baby father. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no issues with him. I don't want to fight him. I don't want no smoke with him, because that's your child's father. Why do you want him to look like a lame on the internet? Why do you want your son or your daughter's father to look like a certain type of way? Because you are salty. You are on that nigga's meat. Still. Because if you didn't care, you wouldn't even mention it. Cardi B, you look crazy. You look crazy. And that's real talk. And I could go back. I think I still have it from the other day. Let me see if I still have it. But yeah, Cardi B shows her, like, and Stephon Diggs in a hotel, and he bought her all his roses, and she's like, he really loves me. He really loves me. So once you find out he's cheating on you, you gonna blow him up on the internet? Most likely. Because this is what's gonna happen. All men are the same. Stop this, women. Stop it. Stop it. Just because you say, no, all men are not the same. No, ma. Your man just didn't get caught. You can't catch him. That's the real talk. You can't catch him. So yeah, my man is the best. All men are not the same. I'm lucky. My husband is better than yours. No, he is. Your husband is not sloppy. Your husband know how to clean his shit up. Your husband know how to go to the little freak off spots. You bust a chick ass, give her $250 and beat it. That's the difference, ma. Just like y'all, women these days, right? For real, it's hard. It's hard to get a girl in 2025. Me, I don't want no girl. Why? Because I already know the vibes. All this sexy red Sukihana talk, let's talk about it.
Shit, baby.
No offense to the good ladies out there. Michelle and Patricia's, Nanish's, you know, the ones that in the chat, you know y'all good girls. I'm talking about the ones that are outside this chat. The dotties. The dotties. And there's nothing wrong with the dotties. The men love the dotties. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, when I listen to Chrisean rock, right? This is a young girl that, you know, she had a baby by Blueface, right? Blueface had hits at that time. You was on his meat. You was fed out off Blueface. You loved Blueface. Now the nigga ain't got no chains. Now he's locked up. Blueface been the same nigga the whole time. From the beginning, you shouldn't have got with him. But you did, and you had a baby with him. Now you want to kill him on the internet? Talking about the nigga pawned his chains? That's nasty, man. That's nasty. I feel bad for the nigga. I never want to, like see people on the internet killing me. I will never do that. You do something to me, that's it. It's over, that's it. I actually look at it as embarrassment. Why do I want to go on the internet and tell the world you cheated on me? Why would I want to do that? I look crazy. The daddies, exactly. You know, there's nothing wrong with the daddies. He said, baby has alcohol syndrome. What is that? Shout out to Gold Dust. What is alcohol syndrome? The whole tree is so big now that it throws shade on the good ones. Yo, Don Coop, you're 100%. Don, this is why I'm talking like this. This is why I'm talking like this. You know what I mean? This is why I'm talking like this. And then it's like in 2025, you get a chick, you meet her, she give you top in the car, you almost crash, she blow your brains out. The first thing you thinking like, damn, it's 2025. How many meats have you swallowed?
Shit, baby.
Is this your thing, ma? Is this your thing? Because that head game was too crazy. That head game was top notch, 10 out of 10. How many minds have you blown like this? That's why I said, I'm looking for the best top in the world, but I'm not. You know, you see a girl, she down there, she don't know what she's doing. You're like, she don't do this often. You so cute. It's all right, babe. We can work with this. I'm not even mad at you. Yeah. I'm not even mad at you. You passed the test, actually. Back in the days, it was like, before the internet, you didn't give head, niggas is out the door. Nowadays, you don't give head, you are wifey. Nowadays, your head game is a 2. You considered a 10. It is real. It is real. Her baby daddy was on CPS case because baby has development delays because she used drugs and alcohol while pregnant. Oh, that's foul. That's crazy. Right, that's a bill to bear. We start from the scratch. Yeah, baby. Yes. Don Coop, 100%. Chicks these days. Don, you're the man. You just created a hood saying, we looking for Build-A-Bear chicks. We want to build you from scratch, ma. So now, ladies, even if you have the best top game in the world, act like you don't know what you're doing in the beginning. You thinking you blowing this nigga brains out, right? That he gonna trick on you all crazy. No, you get a nigga thinking like me, you are sent back to the game after that. Ma, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 2 more over here. I got 6 phones. Once the head game is a 10, you go to phone number 10. Once the head game is a 10, you get phone number 10. And that's the one I edit on and I do not pick up. Yeah, baby. That's a fact. Damn Diva said noted. Laugh out loud. Yo, Damn Diva, I'm helping you, right? Yeah, boo. Give a nigga number 2 head. You know, it's like going to McDonald's. You know, give me the number 2 because it's the cheapest one on the menu. Give me number 2. Get that nigga a number 2 value meal. You giving him a number 10, you gonna get sent back to the game after that. Yeah, baby. And that's real. That's what I'm saying. So Chrisean Rock, you know, getting on the internet, blowing up Blueface is not cool, man. It's not. Both of y'all niggas is insane. Both of y'all niggas is crazy. That's a relationship I don't ever want to have. I do not ever want to be in a relationship like that. Yeah, baby. Damn Diva, she said, that's my problem, hun. I like doing it. Damn. She done gave me a Kool-Aid smile this morning. Baby. Damn Diva. Damn Diva, let me know what your head game like. Okay, you know what? We're going to give you a pass tonight. You know, tell the truth. Your head game on 10 is on fleek? Is your head game on fleek? Let me know, damn Diva. I know you want niggas in that DM right now. Matter of fact, put your Instagram down there so we can find you, damn Diva. Put that Instagram down there, damn Diva. Now you know, damn Diva, I just said it. If a nigga pull up and you blow their brains out, don't be mad if you don't see them again. So you telling niggas your head game is a 10. Damn Diva, let me know. 1 out of 10, what is that? 1 out of 10, damn Diva. You just put a Kool-Aid smile on me, man. She said 20. Ha! Shine like fly out! Yo, I'm done. My daughter's father was hardly ever present. I still advocate for him and my daughter to have a relationship. He's hesitant to reach out to her. I encourage him. I love you, Michelle. Great woman. My screen name, laugh out loud. Okay, y'all. She said I don't tell. What you mean you don't tell? So you say you gotta find out, damn Diva? Charles! Yo, Charles! Yo, Charles, we gotta keep her on the team. Yo, damn Diva, make sure you add us on Instagram. Make sure you add us on all social medias. We want you a Shay Baby. We want you as a Shay Baby member.
Shay Baby.
Please stick around, Damn Diva. We like that talk. Especially we gonna need her for Monday nights when we talk this sex talk on YouTube. I'm getting busy on Monday nights. We getting right to it. Ladies, send that out. Let your friends know Monday nights we talking about nothing but sex talk. Damn Diva, you done became a star in here tonight.
Shay Baby.
She said, that's my problem. I just like doing it. She eat it up. Murder. She eat it up.
What it is, baby.
That's a fact. Yeah. Yo, Damn Diva, we love you. My man Murder said you #1 eater, but Damn Diva, let me ask you something. She said, oh, yes. Damn Diva, okay. What makes you like doing that? Like, does it get you open? Does it get you wet? We're just giving a little bit of a taste what it's going to be like in here on Monday night, y'all. So, Damn Diva, what is it like? What is it about giving top that you like? I'll wait.
Yeah, Shay Baby.
We all waiting. We all waiting. Oh, Markeem said I like it also. Damn.
Shay Baby.
Wow. The Lord said it better give than receive. Oh, shit. Baby Love said she like doing it too. Oh, it's crazy in here tonight. Oh, yeah, we're going to need this. We're going to need this talk on here on Saturdays. The #2 was 317 when I was in 8th grade. Just saying. Ha!
Yeah, Shay Baby.
Yes, it was. It was $2.99, right, Michelle? #2 McDonald's was $2.99. That's why I said that, Michelle. You don't think I know that too? My father used to give me $20 to go to school every day. I was lazy because I wanted to stay after school, so I had to take a cab home because the buses was gone. So $2.99 McDonald's. The rest is the cab home.
Shay Baby.
That's a fact. But where is Shorty at? She went ghost on us. See? Is she big capping here or what, man? I wanted her to tell me what. Matter of fact, Boo, can you call up? Can you talk this talk on the phone real quick? Let us know what is it why you like giving top so much? Please, let us know. Yeah. She busy, Dawn. You know, all this talk price, she probably got the Rose out. Shout out to Rose.
Shay Baby.
That's a fact. My cousin said I'll be out there on my helicopter. Ha! Yeah. I responded. Okay, let's see what she said. Let's see what she said. Let me go down. I'm sorry. She is in the building. Okay, so the scholar said he wanted #10 value male head. He said he's willing to, he said he wants all the smoke. Yeah. I couldn't find it, Damn Diva. Damn Diva, you got a nice little cute smile too, man. You can stay with us, man. We keep you on the team. We keep you on the team. All right, let's move on. Enough of the saucy talk. We got one more topic and then we out of here. All right, I wanted to talk about your man. It's Diddy. It's Diddy. It's Diddy. All right, so Diddy got a lot going on. What was this?
Not even a week ago, a lawyer for R. Kelly...
Okay, before we get into the Diddy, real fast, let's get into R. Kelly real quick.
...told me live on this program that someone is trying to kill his client in prison. He even outlined an alleged contract on R. Kelly's head, which makes today's news just a little jarring, to say the least. R. Kelly, real name Robert Kelly, was rushed to the hospital on Friday, allegedly having been overdosed with his own prison medication. His attorney, Bo Brindley, joins me live now, again with the details. Welcome back to the show, Bo. So, wow, you said it, and then within days, something odd happened. What was it actually that happened on Friday to your client, R. Kelly?
Well, it was Thursday evening when he was administered his anxiety and sleeping medication in solitary.
Oh, my fault, y'all. We going back. We go back.
Not even a week ago.
I'm sorry.
Thursday evening when he was administered his anxiety and sleeping medication in solitary confinement. So he got the medication on Thursday as usual. He has to have it administered because this is prison and he's in solitary. So he wakes up early Friday morning. He's feeling faint. He sees black spots. He tries to stand. He collapses. He crawls to the door of his cell and loses consciousness. When they get him on the gurney, the prison officials indicate they want to take him to the medical center there at the facility on site. But that facility was not able to treat him, and they took him off-site to Duke University Hospital, where he was diagnosed with an overdose, having received basically 2 times the necessary dosage and the appropriate dosage of his medication. And then while there, Mr. Kelly outlined his concerns about blood clots in his legs. A scan was done by the hospital, and they found blood clots in both legs and in his lungs, and wanted to do a procedure to address that and keep him in the hospital for 7 days. He was given a treatment plan. Within an hour, officers came in who had custody of Mr. Kelly. And as we are told, they came in with not just handguns at their sides, with actual AR-15 style rifles, removed him from the hospital without the procedure, without the surgical intervention that they said he needed. And they returned him to solitary confinement, where he sits today with blood clots in his lungs. Given what happened last week and all the skepticism that it was met with, even here on this show, I noted your skepticism, I understand. But the
They tried to take him out, Patricia. That's crazy.
seem to be removing any doubt that I have that this is real and it's happening in real time.
And the skepticism, of course, is because the allegation is that it's the Bureau of Prisons, the federal government,
Yeah,
trying
that's
to
sad,
kill
cuz.
your client, which I think a lot of people would meet with healthy skepticism. But I guess my next question would be, given this pattern of facts that you just laid out, do you have doctors and medical professionals at Duke that would be willing to testify that they wanted to treat R. Kelly and that the Bureau of Prisons refused that and took him out at gunpoint?
Sources at Duke University Hospital has confirmed for us that Mr. Kelly was there, that Mr. Kelly was forcibly removed, that Mr. Kelly was treated for an overdose, and that there was treatment needed for blood clots. We do have that information. What we are trying to obtain is the medical records that support it. We need the necessary waivers signed by Mr. Kelly, which is not easy as he sits in solitary confinement. But I'm going to see him tomorrow. I'm going to get the executed waivers. I'm going to have those medical records in my hands as soon as possible. But I do have confirmation that what Mr. Kelly's reporting did happen, as extraordinary as it is. And we are fighting very hard to get him back in the hospital and save his life.
Well, one last question. It sounds like you're planning to file a motion to vacate his conviction, quote, based on newly discovered evidence this week. Is this the issue that we're talking about as newly discovered evidence this week that you're going to hang the filing on?
No, this is a threat to R. Kelly's life that we see happening right now at the hands of Bureau of Prisons officials. What we believe they are trying to prevent is the exposure of the criminal conduct by U.S. attorneys and Bureau of Prisons officers in the investigation of his federal cases in New York and Chicago. And that is what we intend to expose in our filing this week regarding newly discovered evidence that we believe will vacate Robert Kelly's conviction.
Well,
all right, there you go. So R. Kelly, they tried to drug him up with his own medicine, gave him overdose. So you know he got blood clots in his leg, his lungs. It's fucked up, man. R. Kelly, man.
Yeah, baby.
Like I said, no matter how nasty and zesty these dudes might be, I always like protecting the ghosts because these are guys I came up off. I don't never want to hear this nasty stuff, man. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't care, Shorty Don Diva talking about she got the 10. I would like, I wouldn't mind some sloppy listening to some. Seems like you ready. Seems like you ready. I remember with the R. Kelly on. You go all the way. All the way. Blow my. Oh, God. Oh, God. R. Kelly. That's deep. I wouldn't be mad. You know, had the R. Kelly on. Getting it litty. Who's this? Kishori's Kitchen. Oh, I'm sorry, Kishori. Kishori, you might be a little late. Aunt Esther looking gangster in here. Damn, diva. 100%. I wouldn't mind that. Had that R on. Because R is definitely still in the playlist. I don't care what nobody say. For real. Patricia, you up out of here, boo-boo? So, yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. R. Kelly, he's still, you know, I don't want to see him die. And come on, they might even have to let him out. He ain't doing well. You know, him, Tory Lanez, they got these guys, Diddy. It's a lot of the GOATs and they got behind bars, man. It's nasty. My nigga Bill Cosby, it's nasty. All right, let's get into the nasty of them all. Let's get into the nasty of them all. It's Diddy. You's a nasty. You nasty boy. You. I go on and on and on and won't take them to the crib unless they boning. Easy, check them on the phone and that on Chanel cologne and I stay dressed to impress. Start to take his interest. Sex is all the excess. Intellect, TVs, intellects. They know. Quarterback pole. Left the cup tipsy. Say no more. You know what I mean? You nasty boy. You nasty. You nasty boy. That's a fact. This is the nastiest of them all. He's number one ranked. He is the Diddy is got the highest NIL deal of all nasty works. That's him. He got the biggest contract in the NIL when it comes to nasty work. That is Diddy, of course. All right. So Gene Deal talks about, remember Diddy's assistant? And this is the last thing I promise y'all, then we out of here. We going on close to 2 hours. You know, sometimes I like rocking with y'all. I got shit to do too. Yeah, shit, baby. All right, so Gene Deal talks about, you remember the assistant, Amon Wiggins? We was listening to him the other day when Amon was like, the assistant said that, this is the assistant that keeps texting, Diddy, I love you. And she popping pills with Diddy, Diddy busting her ass. Then Cassie found out that the assistant. So, real quick, Diddy used to have the assistant hang out with Cassie so he could keep an eye on her. So, Cassie's thinking that this girl is her best friend. You know, she's going on trips with her, doing all this, doing all that she works with Diddy, and that's all love, right? Come to find out, the girl sleeping with Diddy, giving Diddy top, you know, doing whatever Diddy wanted to do. Cassie sees in her text messages that the girl telling Diddy every day, I love you. I'm mad if my girl works for Diddy and she's saying to him, I love you. That's what I'm saying. And then Diddy calls her in the room. He says to her, hey, you know why you don't got no man? Let me show you why. So he calls Cassie in there. He starts doing that coming to America BS, bark like a dog, sit down, heist your leg on the wall, shit like that. And Cassie's doing all that in front of the girl. He's like, that's why you don't got no man. Which is kind of true, though. You ladies, let's be black women. Let's talk about black women for me. I love y'all to death. Y'all the baddies. But y'all are so alpha female and so gangster. And so I don't need a man in my life. That's what happens when you start thinking like that. When you start thinking I don't need a nigga in my life, that's what happens to you. It's called bad karma. Give that nigga a little bit of balls in the crib, man. Let them kahunas hang on him for a minute. Let him make some type of decision. I remember when I used to do sales, right? And I used to do financing in the car business, right? And selling cars, all of that. You know, make a lot of money doing that. It's just no life. But back to business. The worst nigga is when when I'm trying to sell something to a couple, and the husband's like this. The wife turn around, he's pointing to her like she makes all the decisions. And I'm sitting there like, you weak ass nigga. You better get some balls, man. You paying for it. You tell her what to drive. Yeah. You know what I mean? So basically, I'm like in sales, I'm like, yeah, so if you take the white car, because we don't have a black one, I'll give you $50 less on the payment. No, I gotta have a black car. So you want us to order another black car for you, right? And you're paying for it, buddy? Me? Shay Baby? I said, hold on for a second, my dude. Can I talk to my wife for a second? I just need you to get away from it. This is when the Shay Baby kicks in. No, you're gonna drive this white car. You're gonna drive this white car because I'm gonna make him give me $75 off the payment now. So you're gonna help me out. You're gonna love this white car. We're gonna put black tints on it, and nobody's gonna see. Shit, baby. So that's what I'm trying to say. Ladies, the alpha female, y'all gotta stop this, man. That's why relationships don't go nowhere, because y'all are thugging men out in the crib. Niggas want to leave, go to spas, get have a side chick. You know what I mean? That's why the side chick always wins, because she don't make no decisions. The side chick gets treated like a bird, and that's a great relationship. Shit, baby. Once they get you in the crib, you're thugged out. But what Diddy was telling her is that when you see a lot of people that's in relationships for 40, 50 years, that's because the woman's letting the nigga rock. Let that nigga rock. Shit, baby. Let him rock. All right. You said true. Dollar, am I right or wrong, though? You know? You make it uncomfortable. Make it comfortable for a nigga to want to be in the crib. And that's a fact. All right, so let's get into this Diddy smoke with Gene Deal, and then we out of here.
But I want to ask you about Diddy assistant, Christina. You was telling me that she knew what Diddy was doing, right?
Well, listen here, man. Christine, D-Rock, and probably Paul are all co-conspirators based on the trial and what it went to and where it's been going. Now, 9 times out of 10, they might bring Christine Cohen in, way she has been brought up. She could tie everything together. She's saying that she didn't know about the freak-offs, but yet still she had to clean up the hotel room and have people over there to clean up the hotel rooms. She had to pay some of the prostitutes was paid in cash. She had to get the money for the cash and stuff like that. And the hotel people said that not one time that if it wasn't approved by Diddy himself, it had to be approved. Everything had to be approved by Christine. All the freak-offs and everything had to be approved by her.
Smash them
so they're gonna bring her
Smash
in,
them
bro.
likes.
They're gonna have to bring her in to tie everything up this week. So the defense can't bring her in, because if the defense bring her in, that gives the prosecution a time to okay, we can get her now. You understand? But if she come in for the prosecution, then that means she flipped on Diddy. That means she flipped on Diddy. And if she flipped on Diddy, we know she knows where to turn all the stones at. She knows how to turn all the stones. So she might have to come in as either a co-conspirator, and that means that, and that she's going to get immunity, and she won't be tried like Diddy if they have her as a co-conspirator. But if they have her as a co-conspirator, she won't be. She'll be tried like Diddy. But if they give her immunity because she was a co-conspirator, she's gonna have to tell everything, show them where all the things are hid, And she knows it because they said that she was his right-hand man, or right-hand woman. Then nothing moved without her. But she claimed, and she wrote a letter that she didn't know anything about the freak-offs. She didn't know anything about anybody being abused, which was a lie because Cassie said that she was there a time or two when Puff did some things. Or they had conversations on the phone about it. They had conversations on the phone about it, brother. So how's she gonna say that she didn't know nothing about it when she's got tapes that she knew something about it?
And I'm hearing that they found texts from Kim Kardashian, right?
Did they found Kim Kardashian? Oh yeah, like when they got those phones, bro, you know, they did a trace on everybody who was having conversations and everything like that. So now, the Kardashians, Kim, all the people that had conversations with Puff, Cassie, what's her name? Christine, the personal assistants and everything like that. All that stuff, the feds have it. But I believe that they trying not to release certain things, bro, to save face on people for either their political power or their prestige in Hollywood. Because it's a lot of stuff that's not coming out that they have. And they just piecing it together. Piecing it enough so that the big wigs won't get in trouble behind it. And I believe it's some big wigs, bro.
So you believe they hiding some big names?
Yeah, bro. Yo,
Some big wigs.
You can't say that. You know, you have parties with Prince Charles. You can't tell me that you got parties with all these influential, these rappers, these politicians, and he don't have none of them on tape. And they took 265 tapes out of his 265 videotapes out of his house. You just got the stuff with Cassie and them on. Yo, did you know that? And I believe the federal government set him up on this one, bro. Is that they found the tape in Diddy's house. Well, Diddy found the tape in his house. Did you hear about that?
Nah, I ain't hear about that. Tell me about that.
After they did the raid and everything in one of his house, he found the tape. No, he found the phone. He found the phone in his house. After they did a raid in his house, he found one of the phones and he said that, yo, he called Christine Cohen. This is why she could be a co-conspirator too. He called her and said, yo, they left a phone. And this phone got a lot of stuff on it. Now, when they had a warrant for his whole video and his phones and all this stuff like that, you supposed to turn everything over. You supposed to turn everything over. He didn't turn it over. So now, what is he doing? He obstructing justice. The prosecution was trying to get that in, and because he had a phone call. And this had to do with that September the 9th, what I said it was, the 6-9, that phone. This had something to do with that. So now, they was trying to get that tape that he had said in his own words to Christine Cohen that he found the phone, like they had left the phone, or I believe they planted the phone, bro. They put the phone there and left the phone there. Just in case. There's no way they gonna raid your whole house. They gonna turn over everything and leave one phone. And then he found the phone. I think they was trying to bag him then. I really think they was trying to bag him.
That's crazy.
I think they was trying to bag him on that. So I believe that
Hashim was good.
They were trying to get at him in a way whereas that if they lose the case, they could come up and say, yo, listen here. He was obstructing justice because he never turned over the tape. He never turned over the phone, and we got proof he had the phone. Listen to this. But the judge wouldn't let it in. It was for some reason from case law that the judge didn't let it in. If the judge had to let that in, that's obstruction of justice, plain and simple right there. That was real big. That was a big thing that happened this week. And I don't understand why the judge did not let that conversation with him and Chrisean. And the lawyers was trying to say that was client and attorney privilege information, but it wasn't. You understand? Because he called his personal assistant first. He didn't call his lawyer about it and told his personal assistant about the stuff that was on there. So they let that rock, and that's one of
This
the
the
things
max
that the
one. This is
defense
like
won
a
this
$30,
week.
$40
The
one.
defense won this week, and it was crazy.
Damn, so you think they was trying to line him up then?
Yo, man, if you ever been in, well, I ain't gonna say you, but I've been in where you search somebody's house. They find everything, bro. You gotta have trap doors. If you got trap doors, they got all kinds of tools and x-ray things that they can look behind walls and all this stuff like that. And they left one phone, and that phone happened to have a lot of stuff on it. No, I believe the federal government left that on purpose to try to get him in obstruction of justice.
That's crazy. Wow. So, I don't know if they're going to bring Shorty in, but if they do, she knows a lot. She was handling everything during the freak offs. She was the assistant. She knows everything. She knows everything. It's crazy. He said they hid 250 tapes. That's crazy. Yo, that is... Ashley said, I have a raised vape, raz vape, strawberry shortcake. That sound good. That sound good. Yeah. Interrogate the lady. That's a fact, Hasim. That's a fact. Until she spills the tea. That's a fact. Tie her ass up in the basement somewhere, like the FBI do, punch in the face a couple of times, twist her ear back. You tell us what Diddy did. Let us know now. Right? Twist her ears. Tie her up like this and twist. You don't gotta do nothing. She's a female, so you gotta do little light stuff. Take her ears and just turn them. Now you tell us what freak offs did Diddy have? Who was in there? When did J-Lo come? Shit, baby. Yeah, twist. Oh, crazy, my boy. I know. Yo. I'll see y'all on Friday. We had a good show. We was on here for 2 hours and 10 minutes. I'm washed up. I'm burnt. It's over. I gotta get something to eat. I'll see y'all on Wednesday. Ladies, I love y'all. Charles, you are my guy. Let's roll you out. Fox, Don Coop, thank you. And my man, thank you for dropping money in the super chat. You always show love. You are a guy getting to the money. 100%. I appreciate you, my boy. That's a fact. All right, so if you get money later on, the Venmo is at the bottom, Shay Baby TV. Add me on all platforms. I will be on Friday. Sex Talks will be on Monday nights, 10 o'clock YouTube. So ladies, send that out to your friends. Let them know. Do not come in that live unless you got on a nice little pajama set, a thong on. Actually, no panties. I'd rather have no panties, but we let y'all put a thong on or a G-string. One of the two. But we prefer no panties because Monday nights we want to talk that talk. Charles, OVO, my guys, the Triangle Offense, Don Coop, this is for y'all. Y'all my dudes. This is how we going to get the ladies on Mondays. So be prepared, my dudes. Monday nights, 10 o'clock, we back with the sex talk. All right? So I'll see y'all on Friday, Freaky Fridays. That will be That will be an early taste of what we will do on Monday to Friday. Friday, I'm going to organize a little taste of what Monday nights will be on Freaky Friday. All right? So I will see y'all. And if I don't see y'all before, then the Thunder, I think they will take it tonight. Let me see if that game's tonight real quick. Because if not, then I will see y'all on Friday. If the game's Friday or Thursday, I think it's probably going to be Thursday. The game is tonight. So if I don't see y'all on Friday, just know, put your money on the Thunder. I think they close out tonight. I think they close out. I don't know why. I just feel like, if they don't close it tonight, they definitely will close it at home. But I think they won't close them out tonight. All right, y'all. I see y'all on Friday. It's all love. And, getting them comments when you see the reels popping out. I didn't have too many popping out yesterday. I was a little busy. But the reels will pop out tonight. All right? I'll see y'all on Friday. Later. Later, ladies.
Welcome to the VIP section.
baby, y'all. J, 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 baby, y'all. 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 Baby, y'all.
The vibes. Make sure you go like and subscribe to the channel if you like what's going on. If you like all the hip hop and the sports news, and you like everything that Shay Baby's bringing to the table, make sure you like and subscribe. You already know the vibes.
Shay Baby.